All right, so I want to thank everybody for joining me today on June 1 Billion. So today I'll be answering the question that everybody probably wants to know. Why are you poor? Why are you, not why are you broke, but why are you poor, right? So anyway, before I get to the video, I got about 100 new subscribers. I want to thank everybody for subscribing. Who's new? We know my goal is to get 100,000 subscribers so I can get me a silver plaque, right? So sooner or later I'm gonna get it, but it seems like it's gonna take forever. So make sure you hit that subscribe and that like button so we can get me there faster. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. Why are you poor? Why is most people poor? Why was I poor? Why are we poor? Why is anybody poor, right? So the reason that is simple, because your parents wasn't rich, right? So technically you're not rich because your parents wasn't rich. So which means you weren't born rich. So you have a lot of people that are born rich because their parents was rich, which means wealth is carried down. So what happens is if you're not rich, then your kids are not going to be rich because wealth is not going to be carried down. So what led me to believe this is one particular day, about 14, 15 years ago, me and my wife, we was sitting in the room, and we was sitting on the bed, and I was thinking, I don't know if I had deja vu or whatever, but I was thinking, I looked at my wife, and she was sitting on the bed, and I was like, damn, my son is gonna be sitting here in this situation with his wife or his girlfriend one particular day, thinking like, damn, what am I gonna do about my kids and shit, all right? So I was like, damn. I seen my son, my kids in my same predicament, thinking about how their life is going to be when they get my age and stuff like that, right? So I was like, damn, well, why am I not rich at this point in time? Like, I'm struggling, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but I'm just not financially rich, right? You watch Jay-Z, you watch all these rich rappers who grew up rich at a young age. They're not grew up rich, but got rich at a young age. And you're like, okay, well, their kids are rich from now on because their parents were rich, right? So you look at people at the time, I say, well, damn, if I don't become rich, then my kids are not going to be rich. So then I was thinking, well, why am I not rich? And I was like, well, I'm not rich because my parents weren't rich, so I wasn't born rich, right? So I was like, damn, so basically I have to do something in order to stop the not saying the negativity, but to stop the poor flow in my family history or my family life or whatever like that. So I'm not saying my sister, my brother, my mother and everything are not successful, but they're not abundantly rich to where we don't have to worry about anything in life and stuff like that and take care of ourselves and stuff like that, right? So basically, being rich at the same time, it's like, well, damn, what is being rich and stuff like that? Do you know what it really means to be rich, right? So at one point in time, back in my day, I was making about $2,000 a day, selling drugs and stuff like that, right? But at the same time, I'm going to buy jewelry, buy cars and stuff like that, right? So at the same time, I may be making, just say $2,000 a day, which is roughly $60,000 a month, right? I'm making that amount of money and I'm still not being able to buy a house, not being able to do anything at the time. And then at the same time, I'm running around talking about I'm broke, I'm poor and stuff like that, right? And then you got a lot of people right now, they make a lot of money and they sit here, they don't do anything, they don't invest their money, they don't make no type of investment, they don't double their money, they don't do anything with their money, right? But versus you have a person who work, they make way less than $2,000 a day, right? So they feel like they're not rich, they feel like they're poor, but you make way more than they do in the streets versus what they make working a job and stuff like that, right? So at that point in time, I was like, damn, well, how much money do you need to actually be rich, right? So you can actually make a lot of money and you be rich, and then at the same time, you lose it overnight. Like a lot of people, they have millions of dollars, and next thing you know, they lose all their money, and it's like, damn, they was rich, and next thing you know, they lost everything, right? So what's the difference between being wealthy and being rich, right? So like I say, wealth is really something that you pass down generation to generation to your kids and stuff like that, right? And then just rich is something you just do real fast, and it's just like, you know, you're on TV, you balling, you selling drugs, you balling, you rich, right? So what's the difference between being wealthy and being rich, right? A lot of these, like I've been watching these rap things and stuff like that on YouTube and stuff like that, to where they got all this money, and I'd be like, damn, where they get all this money from? But then they get killed or whatever, God forbid. But then they parents, you look at their parents, it's like, damn, like they didn't buy their parents no house, they didn't invest in anything. It's like, damn, it's like everything is gone, right? So that's being rich, right? And then you got wealthy, you know, you die, you pass everything along and stuff like that, right? Your kids get something, your parents, your grand, well, not saying your parents, because like I said, you're not supposed to die before your parents and stuff like that, right? But anyway, you pass wealth along, right? So if you don't know the difference between being rich and being wealthy, right? So let's just say LeBron James is rich, right? Steph Curry is rich, right? But the person who pays LeBron is wealthy. The person who pays Steph Curry is wealthy, right? Let's just say Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is rich, hundreds of millions of dollars, right? But the person who pays Dave Chappelle is wealthy because he has billions, and you're never going to lose that, right? So that's all I have to say for the day. You know what I'm saying? I hope you learn something. Like I say, I'll just be rambling and gambling and stuff like that. I don't gamble, but I just be rambling and stuff right there. But like I say, if you want the answer to the question, why are you poor and why is most people poor, is because you wasn't born into money. You know, your parents weren't rich, right? So like I say, if you don't make money, you don't get wealthy or get rich, then more than likely it's gonna follow. Your kids are gonna be born poor or not poor, you know, in a financial situation where they're gonna have to struggle in order to make it and stuff like that, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so we can get to the next video. And you know, like I say, I'm out of here. Peace.
Hey, we got success in the building. This is June and he's on the road to 1 billion. Let's go. Hey, said this is June 1 billion, and we gotta make it happen. Ain't no limit, no ceiling. 1855 June billion. Success is what he wants. Make sure that you check the site, June1billion.com. Hey, gotta feel him. Ain't no limit, ain't no ceiling. If you ready, then let's get it. This is June 1 billion. Woo! June 1 billion. Hey.